Hi friends, a couple of weeks since I posted a video. First time in 11 years I've missed 2 weeks. And why was that? Because my iPad died. I had to get a new battery. And that took a couple of weeks, but I'm back in business. And what have I been doing? Please enjoy my stories or whatever else might be on my mind today. Working on my van, of course. I got the solar up at 660 watts. I've got the Country Mod air conditioner mounted on the roof. I'm doing some tests on that. Of course, that's the Max Air fan over there. And I'm rocking that Country Mod AC 12 volt. This Furrion is new to me also, but I'm liking the low profile over there. I should have put one on here instead, but this one works fine. Works really good, and it's 18,000 BTUs. The old air conditioner from the back here is still sitting besides the one in the front, because the one in the front hasn't worked right for a long time. But the one in the back works great, so I'm putting the one that was in the back in the front. And of course, we use this Furrion Chill Cube, 18,000 BTUs, for Lynn's nap in the bedroom. I'm real happy with what's been going on in the van. Let me show you some more down there inside. Might not look like 2 weeks worth of work to you, but been doing some other stuff too. Have made some progress. I have the microwave mounted. Did some painting. Got the electrical in shape there for some of the lights and stuff. Those are on a dimmer. Got the lights down here. That's where my coffee pot's going. And of course, this will be the kitchen. Prep table there. Sink right here. Today I was working on tying down the power supplies, the AFRI power supplies. And I think tomorrow I'm going to work on the DC to DC charger, which hooks up to the battery. Ouch. I ran into the wall. They hook up to the batteries, which are underneath that plate in front of the driver's seat. And there's plenty of wire that comes with it to come clear back here and help charge up the power supplies. Got this cupboard built. Lights under there are ready to go, but I need a switch. I made sliding doors so that I didn't have to worry about hinges, and supports, and whatever. There'll be a little bit more cabinet right here. This piece of styrofoam packing I have figured out is just exactly the right size for a footrest here. So I'll build a box here that's got a drawer in it that slides way out the door. And that's just the perfect height. We've tested it. Peter tested it and Lynn tested it. So we've all agreed that that's the height. That styrofoam box height. I'm anxious to build the bed, which will be covering up the power supplies, of course. And it's not out here in the van, it's in the guest house, but I've got a chair that converts into a bed and rolls out over to the edge of the door, and it works perfectly. Really? Hi, friends. Today I'm replacing the mixer valve in my RV. This is a mixer valve. And what it does is it regulates the temperature that goes to the shower and the sinks in the RV, the ratio between the hot and the cold. The one that's in there I've replaced before. This little screen right here, it gets all messed up. I just put in new ones and they last. I've owned the RV for 10 years. This is the third one. The water in quartzite, a lot of minerals, messes up those little screens. And I could just clean the screens, but taking it in and out, anytime you're working on plumbing in an RV, what could be simple might take a day or more because it leaks. But done it before, got to do it again. And what's this? This is a headlamp because I'm crawling into the bowels of my RV to do this job. We're going into this bay here, and this used to be easier. I'm getting a little stiffer. That's where we're going, and that's the old mixer valve. Shouldn't be too hard, but like I said, anytime you're working on plumbing in an RV, leak. We'll see how it goes. Well, it's late afternoon and all is well with the plumbing. Not the first time I put it all together. Like I said before, anytime you touch old plumbing, something's gonna leak. I put it all together and did a leak test, and a thing that never leaked before was leaking, of course. Anyway, after 3 tries, I got the leak stopped and turned on the hot water, and Lynn had a shower, which was the motivation for finally getting around to replacing this part I've had for, I don't know, over a week. A week ago, she tried to have a shower and no hot water. So she had to have a shower in the guest house here. But all is well that ends well, and so far, she had a shower, so that means my day's ending well. What else have I been doing? I mentioned earlier in the video that Furrion Chill Cube up on my roof for the bedroom air conditioner here in my 40-foot Monaco motorhome was new to me. Yes, I spent a day putting that in. Let's take a look at some of that, because I didn't film all of it. We've been wondering how we're going to get that heavy box up on the roof. You can see we figured it out, we hope. We moved the RV over closer to the hill so that the ladder would stretch from the hill to the top. And we're going to see how that works. I counted how many trips I made up and down that rear ladder on my RV for installing this Furrion Chill Cube air conditioner. 14 trips up and down the ladder. I have a 2x4 there because the hinge on the ladder is going to catch the box as we pull it up there. So I'm thinking I can use the 2x4 to lift the edge of the box up over it, and I'm measuring to see if the 2x4 is long enough to do that. Yep, it's going to work. Okay. Rule number 1, don't step in the hole. I'm pointing to it there. There goes FedEx, they just delivered stuff. Still more stuff coming for the van. Let's just see if I can move it before you do anything.
Well, I got to get my foot on the end of the ladder or you're going to take the whole thing.
I'm telling him that I want to see if I can move it by myself before he helps. Yeah, that's going to work, because he can't come across the ladder with it. We don't trust it that much.
Straps are catching a little bit.
Okay, we're at the bump. Turned out I didn't need the 2x4 to get it over the hinges. He was able to jostle it over them. But it gets stuck here at another point where I do have to use the 2x4 because I think the straps on the box caught on something.
I have an idea. I know you are, but I can make it a lot easier for you.
I'm going to be done. Peter has a really good idea here to help, making my pull downhill, but a little premature because when he lifted it, it caught the 2x4 in there. And there we are. One new air conditioner on the roof and off the ladder. Just one problem, as I'm telling him. That is that it's on my foot. There. Help you carry it up towards the front.
Okay.
Thank you, kiddos. When I went inside to see how it was lined up, it was about a 1/2 inch off one way and a 1/4 inch the other way. Easy to get it centered. Well, I finished up at 8 o'clock last night, and by the way, this isn't a product review. I bought this Furrion Chill Cube, 18,000 BTUs. Lynn had her first afternoon nap with it today, and when she came out to the living room, we had that door closed off there. When she came out to the living room, she said, I need to come out and warm up. She said she got cold. I had it set at 74. It's about 85 outside today and gets up to 90 in the RV with the windows and stuff. She said she got so cold that she covered up her feet with this blanket. So anyway, like I said, this isn't a product review, but if it was, it would be a really positive one. I paid for this, and I think it was money well spent. It'll be a great addition for our RV life. What do you have for dinner? Pork tenderloin roast, beets, and sweet potato. I don't like sweet potatoes much. I have a baked potato, beets, and pork. And I put a little sour cream on my baked potato. What do you think about that? Hey, if you like me, give me one of those thumbs up. And please subscribe and hit that little bell so you know when I post next. Please share me with your friends on social media. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed what was on my mind today.